Have you ever thought about why some people seem to be able to easily get rich while others work hard for years but have nothing to show for it? Luck isn't the key, it's how you think. In this video, we'll look at the timeless advice of the famous fighter Miyamoto Musashi to show you how to start thinking like a millionaire right away. Step 1. Pretend you're already rich. You must know that there are different ways to reach the top of the mountain, Musashi told them. Making yourself look like you're already rich is one of the best ways to get there. Just because you act rich doesn't mean you are rich. It's about who you are. What you believe affects what you do. If you think you're poor, you'll act like you have no choices. You start to act differently, though, if you imagine yourself as a millionaire, even if your bank account doesn't yet show it. It's not about spending a lot of money or getting things you can't afford. That's not what rich people do. Carrying yourself with confidence is what it means. Making brave, well-thought-out choices. Making good use of your time. It has to do with improving your standards. Musashi didn't think of himself as a master until he won a fight when he was training. First, he became a master in his own mind. That thought shaped everything he did. Act like you're already wealthy. What are your plans for the day? Who would you want to be around? What would you do to take care of your body, mind, and goals? Talk like you have something to offer. Think like someone who can choose. When you make choices, act like millions of people are counting on you, because one day they will. It makes sense to act in a certain way the more you adopt this character. And soon, things start to change. Your energy is felt by many. Chances are starting to show up. When you walk, you do it with purpose. You're not waiting to get rich, you're getting rich. And teaching starts with having faith. Millionaires aren't cocky, they make decisions. They build, not talk. So act like you're already rich, not to show off, but to change yourself. Money isn't the beginning of wealth. It starts in the mind. Step 2. Turn time into money. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi said one time. Setting strict priorities for your time is one of the most important lessons for becoming a millionaire. Rich people don't just think about money, they also think about time. Because the only thing you can't get back is time. Millionaires are completely focused on making their time worth something, while most people waste it on things that don't matter. Don't take this to mean working non-stop. It means making plans ahead of time. Every hour you spend is money. You'll have fun if you spend it watching TV. You get more out of it if you spend it learning a skill. You get richer if you use that money to build a business, a network, or a system. Even though it wasn't easy, Musashi trained for hours every day because every second was important. He knew that discipline over time leads to success. And skill makes you great. These days, the time you spend can help you make things like books, content, companies, systems, and investments. These things work even when you're not there. But only if you make good use of your time. Ask yourself, am I putting my time into making something that will last? Is it just that I'm busy? People with a millionaire attitude don't look for comfort. It wants to grow. How can I spend my weekend? Is not the right question. What can I build this weekend that will last for years? In the morning, make things, not things to eat. Don't run away in the evenings, use them to learn. Plan on the weekends instead of putting things off. Start out small. Set aside an hour every day to work on your dream. That's a year of 365 hours. That's enough time to write a book, start a business, or get really good at something. You want to make time work for you, not just make more money. This is how wealth grows. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi said. Every hour that is spent is a chance that is missed. Every hour spent is like planting a seed. Rich people don't waste time, they make it bigger. Step 3. Profit from problems. See that which is not seen, Musashi said. That means not just seeing what's clear. One truth that people often forget is that troubles are actually chances to learn something. A problem had to be solved before a great business, invention, or wealth could be made. People who think like millionaires don't avoid troubles. It moves toward them. Millionaires don't complain. They ask, how can I fix this? How can I make money off of it? Musashi fought many fights, but he never feared conflict. In fact, he looked forward to it because it gave him a chance to test his skills and get better, making him more dangerous. That's the way you should think. Every problem you have can either break you or make you who you are. Millionaires pick the second option. Take a look. Is there something that makes a lot of people unhappy? An annoyance? A waste of time? Perhaps a need that hasn't been met? That's great. Don't ask yourself, why is this so annoying? How can I fix it and make money at the same time? Problems should be seen as opportunities. That's places where ideas live. That's where worth comes from. Profit comes after value, whether you make a product, provide a service, or build a group. And answers are valuable. Problems in your own life can even be used to your advantage. Got over your anxiety? Show others how. Lost some weight? Make a program. Built your confidence? Tell us about your trip. It was never easy for Musashi. He did best in chaos. Because that's where fighters are made. To become a wealthy fighter, you must also not run away when things go wrong, but instead say, "This is my time to shine." Millionaires don't have any problems. They build. Do this. Look around you for trouble. Change the way you think to see answers. People will pay you to make something that takes away their pain, no matter how small. This is what's different. Most people try to avoid trouble. Millionaires figure them out. They are different because they have that fighting spirit. Step 4. Say, how can I afford it? Musashi's philosophy says that you should think about how you can buy something because that affects how much money you make. I can't afford it changes into, how can I afford it? When you think like a millionaire. This changes how the brain works, which makes it easier to be ambitious. It makes you think about what's possible, which makes you take action and look for ways to make more money, spend smarter, or make new sources of income. Before he used steel swords, Musashi learned with wooden ones. He started with what he had and pushed himself to get better. When looking for options that matter, you should not only think like a consumer but also like an investor and not just like a spender. Millionaires see money as a tool, not a prison, and they use every dollar they spend to further a plan. Changing the way you talk to yourself from "I can't" to "How can I?" trains your brain like a millionaire, making you more creative instead of making excuses, which leads to wealth. Change "I can't afford it" to "How can I afford it?" to get into this frame of mind. It sounds easy, but it makes a huge difference. Step 5. Collect ideas, not just money. Musashi believed that mastering all jobs requires gathering knowledge and acquiring skills. In today's world, ideas are the money of the future, not cash. Millionaires are constantly seeking new ideas, as they believe that every big idea, business, and creation began as a simple thought that grew into something real. Millionaires are not just interested in learning sword skills, but also in nature, philosophy, and penmanship. To think like a millionaire, make learning a way of life by reading, talking, and learning skills. Write down your thoughts in a book, create the list of business ideas, quotes, examples, issues, and ways to fix them, and stay interested in people. Millionaires know that value comes after insight, and that knowledge comes after value. Ideas build on each other, and learning faster if you know more. You will find more similarities as you look into things, and your brain turns into a goldmine. While others follow trends, you collect ideas that will last forever. Do not stop learning, and always ask yourself what this teaching can teach you. Although it may be possible to lose money, once you take in an idea, it is yours forever. Step 6. Small wins equals big wins. Miyamoto Musashi, a famous fencer, thought that you could become a master by working hard and following rules. He thought that small wins add up to big wins, and that the way of a millionaire is to be disciplined and keep adding up small wins until they become unbreakable momentum. You can reach your goals if you break them down into small steps that you can do over and over again. Millionaires keep track of their progress and focus on habits instead of just goals because success builds over time. The big will take care of itself if you master the small. Every night, think about what small victory you gained today, and every morning, set a useful goal. Musashi believed in having a clear sense of purpose, and he was unbeatable because of a small psychic edge he had. Building small wins one brick at a time can give you the same benefits in life. Each small win boosts your confidence, which builds over time into skill, wealth, and confidence. Do not wait for big wins. Instead, make them little by little. Small, steady steps will get you to a millionaire, and the sooner you understand how important small wins are, the faster you'll get to big ones. Step 7. The 1% Better Rule. Musashi's 1% Better rule emphasizes the importance of continuous improvement and growth over time. Millionaires, like Musashi, focus on building systems that can be applied to all areas of life, including health, mind, money, attention, and relationships. The rule suggests that to achieve 365% better in a year, one should improve by 1% every day, which can be as simple as getting up early to read, writing 100 words for a book, saving $5 more, or learning something new daily. Musashi's goal is not to become rich by Friday, but to always have more money, better ideas, faster moves, and more learning. He beat over 60 men in duels because he was just a little better each time. In life, one should think like a warrior, thinking like a fighter, and growth is their weapon. Writing down, "Today, I grow 1%, and committing to it will lead to increased confidence, money, and a larger network. By training one's mind to win, no one can stop them. It's not about making huge jumps, but taking small, controlled steps over and over again. By following Musashi's 1% Better rule, one can achieve success in various aspects of life, including health, mind, money, attention, and relationships.